Aloha, it's Ronnie Margolis with the agency Margolis Team Hawaii. And today we're going to be diving into the crazy world of Kauai real estate and take a look. Is there going to be a boom in 2025? We're going to go through it all and tell you the state of things in the state of Hawaii when we do the numbers. Let's take a look at some of this data from around the state of Hawaii. And let me interpret it for you so you can have a thorough understanding of what we can anticipate in 2025. So this first slide shows you the number of sales in the state going from 2022 to 2023, 2024, which we've just completed. And what you'll notice is that from 2022 to 2023, we had a significant slowdown in every market on each island. Then from 2023 to 2024, things were slightly different. They were pretty much flat on Oahu, on the Big Island. But look at Kauai. Kauai sales were up almost 10%. So we're talking about the number of sales for the entire year. Look down now to the bottom half of the slide, and we're taking a look at the listings, the amount of properties for sale. Well, in 2022, we had low inventory, very low inventory on Kauai. 2023, the inventory started to build. And 2024, we were up to, well, at the end of December, almost 450 properties. So from 23 to 24, the amount of inventory was up 26%. But look at this compared to, say, a normal market 10 years ago, just an average market before we went through COVID and ups and downs. You'll see, if you focus on Kauai, that back then we had almost 1,000 listings. And so my point is, even though our inventory is rising and has been rising for the past couple of years, we're at about half of the inventory we had in 2024. And you'll notice, if you look at the state, the number of listings on Kauai are down a higher percentage than anywhere in the state. So what does that mean in terms of going forward? Here's where it winds up. Look at the median price. And you'll notice that both on Kauai and Maui, the median price has risen the most, been more flat, and certainly the number of sales have been down tremendously on the Big Island, probably half as many sales as there were 4 years ago. But in Kauai, the median price continues to rise. So we complete the year, and this is island-wide now. This is a blend of all 5 zones. $1,097,000 is the median price for a home on Kauai. If you're thinking that I'm going to wait for the market to drop, I'm going to wait for interest rates to drop, I would encourage you to modify that perspective, because from what we can see with the new administration and the Fed, interest rates are going to stay where they are, stay high compared to 4 years ago, certainly. And most pundits are predicting they might go down to 6.3%. So maybe a variation of 0.5% for the entire year. So with limited inventory, with some of the tragedies in California, and by the way, believe it or not, say in the resort town of Princeville, 1/3 of the owners, if you count the almost 1,700 condominiums and homes in Princeville, 1/3 of the owners come from California. And that trend of people wanting to leave that state for various reasons, and Kauai being such an attractive island with 63 beaches and just magnificent beauty everywhere, that's going to continue to drive people coming here, and that's going to keep the market certainly stable and more likely appreciating, albeit by a smaller percent than these last couple of years. Now, I'm recording this video the day before Martin Luther King Day, and you'll notice with my Rotary shirt, I have the privilege of representing the Rotary Club of Hanalei Bay. Speaking about Rotary, its commitment to service above self, to peace around the world. And as I reflect on Dr. King's mission, I'm struck by how profoundly our visions align and how much Martin Luther King and Rotary have in common. With that, let's move forward and talk about the numbers on Kauai. In 2024, you can see, as on the previous slide, about 770 sales total, currently hovering around 450 listings. the final list price, so the list price after perhaps some price reductions, perhaps not, to the sold price, 91%, so 8 to 9% discount, but your mileage may vary, and it depends on how the property is priced when it hits the market and what competition may be there. The average days on market rose from just under 50 days at the beginning of 2024 to around 75 days now. So properties sit on the market a little bit longer. One of the things that's going to drive the market going forward into 2025 is the strength in the luxury market, the demand for some of the spectacular properties here on island, and people that are owners of those properties wanting to come to a place like Kauai. Now let's go back and take a look at my favorite market at a glance graph. And you'll kind of see that we went down, we went up, we went down, we went up. And so while the market volume is down significantly from years like 21 and 22, it didn't really go anywhere significant. It kind of ended the year, just around somewhere between 100 and 110 million in volume. And that's on a monthly basis. So just over $1 billion in sales island-wide. Again, you can see if you look at the number of transactions, obviously reflecting the volume that happened here, you can see the number of transactions per month. And compared to an urban market, pretty much anywhere on the mainland or even Honolulu, these numbers are very tiny. And the median price and the average price can be easily skewed by just a couple of transactions. And finally, I know these numbers are a little bit difficult to see because they're small. If you take a look at December, that's under current units, 6 properties sold in Hanalei District, that would be Princeville and Hanalei and Haena and Wainiha, versus 5 the month before. A year ago in December, 7 units sold, so not much change in terms of velocity. Going down to condo sales, that part of the market has softened in terms of the opportunity that's there for a buyer, because you see that 5 condos sold in the Hanalei District, and those are primarily in Princeville, in the month of December, 4 the month before, 5 a year ago, so about similar. But a year and a half ago, there were 5 condos for sale in Princeville, and now there's 45 condos for sale. So obviously that's a climate where prices may recede and buyers can be aggressive and sometimes quite aggressive in terms of how they approach an offer and how we negotiate on your behalf. And lastly, land volume, always the softest part of the market. More sales in land. And again, in Kaloa, it's mostly down at our luxury subdivision, Kukui'ula. You see the 15 million there versus 10 million in November. And a year ago in December, close to 10 million. So that subdivision continues to be very, very popular. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen in 2025? Well, we have micro markets, just like we have microclimates. If you're looking to get a condominium in a complex where a number of units are for sale, then you're going to have more leverage as a buyer. If you're a seller in the market in 2025, you need to know that you're dealing with some challenges in terms of interest rates and depending on the price point, because if it's what would be an affordable house now, say on the east side in Kapa'a or in the south side in Kalaheo, would be $800,000 to $900,000. Still, at a 7% interest rate, that makes it very challenging for local families to get into the position to be a home buyer. My team and I are here to help you, to give you the information you need about the market, to negotiate on your behalf, and make sure that you have excellent representation when you're looking at a property. So until next month, I wish you a hui ho. Have a great month. If you're in the frigid area, come and visit us. The weather's beautiful here, of course. And until then, Ron Margolis, please remember to subscribe to our channel. You can get in touch with me at the information above, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. You can always contact me with any questions via phone at 808-346-7095. And don't forget, once a month, we're doing investment webinars that I think you'll find to be of great value. This next one coming up in February will be for owners in Hawaii that are thinking of liquidating their assets and finding opportunities on the mainland. So please look out for the invitation for that. Join us live. If you can't make us live, watch the replay. Have a great month. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing property tours and real estate insights from Kauai.